Ago. There aren't many of those veterans left, but a few are still here in Southwest Florida. Welcome back. I'm Gracie Fusco.
And I'm Jillian Haggerty. Wink Listen spoke with one of those veterans recently in Cape Coral and caught up with him and about a dozen others at a ceremony honoring their service. Wink security analyst Richard Kolko and photographer Max Lewis were there.
Of the more than 16 million men and women that served in uniform in World War II, only about 55,000 are still alive today. About 15 of those veterans, including Gerard Pigeon, a Navy veteran, got together to remember their time in the service. The youngest, just 96 years old, and the oldest, 107. Pigeon remembers exactly where he was when the war ended.
I was on Iwo Jima. Actually, I went from Hawaii to Guam, Saipan, Iwo Jima. Then when we were going to go on the invasion of Japan, but they didn't have that when they dropped the A-bomb.
That didn't happen, but he has one other important memory from the war, meeting Marilyn Monroe.
She was the most beautiful young lady, soft-spoken and everything, and pleasant.
After the war, he was involved with the atomic bomb tests, being one of only a few people awarded the atomic gold medal. Ruth Blake is 100 years old and served in the Navy during World War II, Korea, and Vietnam.
Where were you when the war ended?
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Erica Aptaker has put together these events for 15 years.
Everybody wants to be here. Everybody wants to honor the World War II veterans.
Joe Gibson and his wife Tara help keep the era alive, taking their authentic 1943 Jeep to these types of events.
We represent keeping history alive so people can see it in person.
And 100-year-old Robert Hilliard remembers the war ending. He had been wounded during the war and was assigned to writing for a base newspaper in Germany.
We copied down the story of the surrender of Japan. We went to where we had put our newspaper to bed. We got the printers out in the middle of the night. We rewrote the whole front page, tore the whole front page out, put the whole front page in. It's all over.
Inside this clubhouse are members of the Spirit of 45. They're celebrating 80 years after the end of World War II. There are veterans from all wars in there, including a good handful from World War II, some of the last surviving. It's been a long time. And they rode around in Jeeps like this, built in 1943, brought back a lot of memories, but it's good to see those groups together and celebrate this important event. Rich Kolko, Wink News.
You really could sit in a room with all of those veterans for almost the entire day and just really sit there and listen to their stories because it's so unique. It's something I feel like our generation doesn't talk enough about.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I mean, even Gerard, when he came to Wink Listens, I mean, his story, it's just so unique. It's so special. And for them to be able to still tell us those stories, it's just something that you can't replace that.
No, you can't. They've lived so much life, and to be able to sit there and honor them and hear everything they've experienced is just amazing.
It's really powerful.
Well, you talk and we listen. Our